Hello everybody, I'm Brittany aka Random Acroco, and today I'm going to tell you guys about how to survive when you get your wisdom surgery. But yeah, okay, so about a little over a month ago I got my wisdom teeth out, and I just had a few tips for you guys because trust me, you want to have tips before you just blindly go in and get your 4 wisdom teeth extracted forever from your face. Anyway, the number one thing I would say is, if possible, if you're going to schedule it, make sure you schedule it like a month in advance so that way you have everything you possibly can need, food wise, medicine wise, ice pack wise, just time off of work wise, just pretty much everything wise. Alright, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below to this product. This was a lifesaver. It's basically, I'm going to put a picture of whenever I actually used it, but you just put it over like this, and you literally, it comes with not just one set, but 2 sets. So 2, altogether 4 ice packs, and you put one on each side, and you'll feel like 1,000 times better than 1,000,000 times bad, if that makes any sense. You'll feel so much, or rather you won't be feeling, because ice, but it's such a relief. And if you're like me, which you're gonna also want to have, if you have light sensitivity the first few weeks like I did, I got this, it doesn't have to be this one, but I got just like this little like eye mask that it comes with like this little thing you can freeze, and then I had additional, so that way I can, you know, rotate between it, and I put these in there inside here. So that way, you know, it could just cool down, because like my face was like on fire the first few days. So that helps a lot. You definitely want to ice your face. You want to ice this, and this, and you'll feel somewhat better. Also, food-wise, I would say purely liquids that first week. If maybe even the second week, I probably should have waited longer. The first few days, broth all the way. But let me show you. Okay, so whether it's plant-based or dairy-based, get some protein drinks that are just liquid. I wouldn't even say to do frozen ones until like maybe like a little later in the first week or the second week. Then you go to like frozen smoothies and stuff, because I did frozen smoothies the first week. I didn't realize that one of the smoothies I ordered, I was thinking strawberry flavored. I wasn't thinking like it actually had real strawberries, and there were strawberry seeds evidently, and it got caught in the right bottom side of my mouth, and I had to go back to my oral surgeon, and he had to, you know, rinse it all out real well and packed it in with some stuff, and I had to go back a few days and take it out. He took it all out, and it was better. And then a week later I was back again, and he had to it was the other side, food again, it got stuck. So they ended up, instead of giving me like the plastic syringe they give you, they gave me the metal syringe, which was so much more helpful than the plastic one they originally gave me, because I was actually able to get underneath on the side of that back tooth. You want to get not just, you don't just want to rinse out the sockets, you know, the top of the sockets, you also want to get underneath the gum, you know, in between the gum and the back molar, if they slice through it like they did mine for the bottom 2, and just kind of rinse out the top a little bit. But it helps so much more. I would say to make sure in advance that you have, on top of the medicine they prescribe you, to have your other medicines. For me, I also had some bag of ibuprofen, which I took the first 3 weeks because I just couldn't handle the strong one that they had prescribed. And then after that I was like, oh, I've been taking this for 3 weeks, let me switch over to Tylenol. So now I'm on Tylenol the last couple of weeks, and I feel like I'm doing better. I still have some soreness mainly on the side of my mouth, and my gums are still healing a little bit, but it's almost completely healed, so I'm happy about that. I can't wait to eat real food again. I would say if you haven't yet, invest in like a box set of your favorite, like unless you have it on the internet. I personally have the DVD box set of Friends. That helped me a whole lot. I quite literally, like, until like a few days ago, I just binge watched the whole series of Friends, because it just helps you, you know, get your mind off. If you watch something that you've just seen before, it really helps. if possible, whenever you get back, you want to, when you first get back, you want to have, I would suggest having someone there for you for at least the first few days, if not the first week, because you're going to be so weak. I can't tell you how weak I was. I actually lost quite a lot of weight the past month from this, between having liquid diet most of the time and just soft foods. But yeah, just listen to the experts. Don't eat something you're not supposed to too soon. I already had to go back twice, and at least it was just the first 2 weeks, but if I would have just listened more carefully, I probably wouldn't have gone back at all. I just would have been more careful and not order smoothies with seeds. And I don't even, maybe it was the pho I ate. I don't remember what was the second time that I got stuck in this side. But yeah, if you do, if they offer you, if you're a person who needs antibiotics, if they take antibiotics, I end up having to get on antibiotics with the second time I went back to my oral surgeon. But yeah, I would say, oh, for the day of, wear comfy clothes. I personally wore my favorite Naruto t-shirt, comfortable Athletics joggers. They were so comfortable, and because you're going to be in those clothes probably for at least 24 hours, if not more, if you're like me. Story time! Okay, so now that we got all through the nitty gritty of all the things, if you have more questions, just leave them below, but I'm going to let you know what actually happened. I'm going to give you my experience the day of. If they offer you a prescription for a Valium before the surgery to take an hour before, I suggest to take it. It really relaxed and calmed me down, so I wasn't as nervous and filled with anxiety. And so I take that. An hour later, my sister drives me over, and then you're sitting down, and then next thing you know, I'm always cold when I go to the dentist or anything like that, any kind of medical office. So I had a sweater, so they're like, oh no, sorry, we're gonna have to take your sweater. And then they put a blanket over me and they're like, oh, if you need a second one, we can get you. I'm good. Next thing you know, they're hooking up all this stuff to you, and they put the IV in, and next thing I know, I'm out. Knocked out, KO. And then I wake up a little later, and I think it's like an hour and a half or so later, and my sister's there, and I can just remember what she said. She said, like, basically when I first woke up, I don't remember this part, but she said I was just waving and saying hi to everybody, and I was saying hi to her. And then next I remember like getting into a wheelchair. I'm in the car, and my sister driving us back home, and I remember saying silly things, and she I wasn't sure how many things I thought I actually had said. But then my sister she actually did a post on social media, and when she just literally line for line said what I said. Evidently I kept on grasping my legs and saying, these are my legs. And then I said something about 2020 sucking and that I could fly like an eagle. And then when we got home, I remember slowly walking out of the car and going whoa, whoa. And then whenever I got into my room, and then evidently I said some more stuff, and then she went to go get me some ice packs. And then next thing you know, she said when she came back, I was actually on the floor of my room, and I was on my knees, kind of scooting around saying, where did my legs go? So that's pretty funny. Oh yeah. Anyway, so if you have any other questions about when you get your wisdom teeth out, just leave a comment below, and I can maybe answer your question, maybe. And if you have any, hey, this is a tip from whenever I did it. Oh. Alrighty, well, go ahead and like this if you like it, leave that comment, hit that notification bell. I have a bunch of content headed your way, and most importantly, subscribe. As always, I'm Random Mucker, and I'm out. Out of wisdom teeth.